Hello everyone and welcome back to Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney Spirit of Justice, where this anonymous TBD is in a little bit of trouble here. It's almost like he's lying to us. Shocking. You did it! You finally left him speechless. Ah, come on, Mr. Prosecutor, man. Quiet, you fool. You should use this time to prepare yourself for what is to come. Before a fate far worse than hangnail hell awaits you now. No, not worse than hangman hell. Well done, defense. I must concede this point to you. I don't trust that at all. The witness did in fact descend to the inner sanctum from Royal Penitentiary number 4. Huh? Didn't even put up a fight this time. Right, because it's about to get worse. That's awfully generous of him. But if you are as perceptive as you seem, then surely you've already figured out the riddle. The riddle of Anonymous's true identity. Yes, I have. Oh, his true identity? Not sure I know quite yet, but I guess I'll have to answer with something. You seem I'm the only one still in the dark here. Would the defense care to enlighten me? Who is this man we've been calling Anonymous? The witness's true identity is... What? Oh, what? That's a rebel. That's our ball. Hey, that's our ball. That's not a rebel, that's our ball. Alright, is this really him? Yep. Only now do you realize the truth. Well, please do share with us your belated insight. What's wrong, Nick? Why are you holding back? Because this isn't going to be very helpful to our case. Really? Are you sure? Unfortunately, I've got no other choice. That scruffy beard and shaggy mane completely threw me off. But it's all becoming clear now. The nighttime base jump from the mountaintop prison, the precision landing at the inner sanctum using only a homemade parachute. Only a paratrooper, or more precisely, a former paratrooper, could have pulled that off. This witness is Dats the Rebel, prison escapee and key member of Dirk's rebel group. What? Nah. Alright, so we caught the rebel, which would be good. That would be good under normal circumstances, but that definitely hurts our case. The witness is an escaped prisoner. Precisely. The police have been scouring every corner of the city to no avail, and you couldn't figure that out. Meanwhile, here he was under our noses the entire time. Wah! Didn't think anyone see through my clever disguise of pretending not to know who I was and growing a beard. But the witness's charade is not all that has been shattered, is it, defense? Boy, do I hate this guy. Please recall the defense's own words. Whoever sent it clearly meant to threaten the high priest. The letter said, do not perform the rite. The rite went on as scheduled. I believe this is why the high priest was murdered. Maybe supposed to send that letter. A person with something to hide. The rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira herself. Whoops. He claimed that the real killer was the rebel hunter disguised as Lady Kira. Yeah, what's your point? What of the witness's true identity? We literally just did this. That's a rebel, yep. Sure is. That's not good. Oh no! He is a rebel and an escaped prisoner. And a traitor? He could not possibly have been Lady Kira, mortal enemy of the rebels. No! Crap. Now, perhaps the witness will enlighten us to the truth. After all, he has yet to refute any of this.
Ooh-ha! You got me. I'm the razor-sharp fangs of the Defiant Dragons.
I was going to do that Final Fantasy X Yevon salute.
That's a rebel.
When did you get your memory back? I don't think you ever lost it.
Around the time you guys were talking about there being no wind. But you gotta give me credit for making all that testimony off the top of my head.
Are you prepared to tell us the truth now?
Well, it's true I parachuted down to the inner sanctum. But I banged my head on impact and ended up unconscious outside the ritual curtain. In short, all my eyewitness testimony was a big fat lie.
A big fat lie?
Oh, and by the way, a long time no see, Yudi.
Wait, they know each other? Your Majesty. This filthy rebel belongs in a jail cell.
No, yes, of course. Bailiff, seize him at once.
Wait, no, I need something from him.
Seems you really have forgotten the will of the dragon, huh, Yudi? But I haven't, and no dogs of the Garan regime are gonna lay a finger on me. Alley-oop.
I needed him. He's probably the guilty party. Deploy all available resources. I want all units placed on high alert. Mistrial? Is that a thing? Is that a thing we can do? Objection?
The escaped prisoner escaped again.
The police force has been placed on high alert. He will be caught before long. An escaped prisoner has escaped the law again after giving a ton of false testimony. Talk about a troublemaker. He really pulled a number on all of us. What was the point of all that anyway?
I can't help but feel the entire episode was an enormous waste of time.
Your Majesty? Perhaps it was not as great a waste of time as you might believe.
What makes you say that, Prosecutor Sadmati?
That's a rebel dropped something as he made his escape from these halls. That scrap of paper looks awfully familiar. These appear to be direct orders from Dirk.
From Dirk, the rebel leader? No, but we only have a small corner of it.
Wait, I remember now. Your Majesty, I've seen that scrap of paper before.
You have?
The scrap of paper That's a Rebel dropped is part of this. Where'd it go? Whoops. Part of... Not that. Wait. Oh. Not that, is it? It was the blood that made it. Eh?
Take that! This is...
I found it at the scene of the crime. It appears to be a copy of the order that Mr. Rebel dropped. If we put the two together, we should be able to read what the order says. I don't like where this is going. Got it.
Oh my, and just what does it say, Mr. Wright?
I can't read Kearney's.
Prosecutor Sadmati, if you please.
Wait, no, I don't trust him. Never mind, I'll read it. The lawyer's not bothered to learn our language. Very well, then. Wait, we're giving him an opportunity to make stuff up. I do not understand. Well, what does it say? Using the lamplights as landmark, he was to parachute down to the inner sanctum. Upon the rite's completion, he was to don Lady Kira's robes and make his escape.
What? That's how he was to escape from prison?
So if I were to assume that Mr. Rebel was the one who killed the High Priest, then maybe it was because Abbot Inmee tried to thwart his escape plan? Oh, foul lawyer. I'm afraid that is simply ludicrous. But I didn't say anything. Did he just read my mind? I know how your putrid mind works. Unfortunately for you, however, now that the rebel's escape plan has been revealed, it is clear that That's a Rebel is not the High Priest killer. Yeah. Yeah. How can you be so sure? Okay. So, if only we'd use that putrid brain of yours every once in a while. That's a Rebel's plan could not have worked without the help of a certain individual. Yeah, so now I'm wondering... Okay, so I thought that Abbott was a rebel, but now... Up from the right, I know what... Oh, I know what you were planning. I didn't even catch the former paratrooper. What do you mean? Alright, thought I was onto something. I'm speaking of Abbott and me, of course. Had That's a Rebel simply donned Lady Kira's robe and made his escape alone, he would have been far too conspicuous. But were he by the High Priest's side, the faithful citizens praying in the plaza would have had no cause to suspect anything. It is therefore unthinkable that That's a Rebel was the High Priest's killer.
So then you're saying the High Priest was a... I cannot bear to say it.
Wait. I got ripped apart for suggesting that, and now we're just like, yep, that must have happened. I'm afraid it is so. He is numbered among the rebels who threaten our kingdom.
How could this be?
High Priest, a rebel? There must be some kind of mistake. Only we listened to the lawyer guy like an hour ago. Let it go and move on. Accept the truth, it is the only way. That goes double for you, Defense. Cease your futile battle now. And why should I? Because I will now put the final nail in the coffin of the accused. Now that we have eliminated That's a Rebel from our list of suspects, have we though? There's only one person that still remains, the accused, Maya Fey. Hold it right there. Aren't you forgetting something important?
Something important? Please do explain, Defense.
We can't end this trial without looking into... the third party? Because there's obviously someone else there, but they're just going to say it's us. I'm talking about the true identity of the Lady Kira we saw in the seance vision. If that wasn't That's a Rebel, then who was it? Because we confirmed it couldn't have been Maya. That matter's already been resolved. It has? What's he talking about? It is as I maintained from the start. There was no third party in the seance vision.
Objection!
But there was another Lady Kira there besides Maya Fey. We all saw her. What the? I can't do my finger point. Uh-huh. Ah! Brutality! It is time to let it go and move on. Your fate has already been sealed, much like your arm. This hardly seems fair. It is quite simple once you consider where the victim and the accused were at the time. If the victim was near the spring with his back to the accused, what would he see ahead?
Beside the water itself, there's nothing but the warbad statue.
Precisely. The Lady Kira we saw in the seance is the warbad statue draped in her sacred robes. No way! The accused wanted the false Lady Kira to appear in the seance vision before she came from behind and stabbed the victim with a dagger in a reverse grip.
Why would the accused want to do something like create a false Lady Kira?
To show to the victim as he was being slain.
What reason would the accused have to fool the victim she was about to kill?
It was not the victim she was trying to fool. It was this very court itself.
Come again?
Suspicion would not fall on the accused if it looked as if another Lady Kira was there. And the defense was foolish enough to fall for it and claim it was a third party in disguise.
Are you saying?
I am. It was all a cleverly wicked scheme perpetrated by the accused. You are just literally pulling this out of nowhere. A scheme in which she sought to use the seance vision to mislead us. This can't be happening. What face are you making, defense? Surprised you're taking this so hard. After all, did I not clearly state a while back that you were chasing after naught but a deluded fantasy? Yeah, I'm sure you said something like that. And your allegations third party are about a deluded fantasy, blah 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 blah. You're telling me he knew this is how it would turn out all the way back then? And he was just waiting for the most effective moment to spring it on me? Do you understand now? I have had you dancing in the palm of my hand this entire time. It can't be.
This is an outrage. You took our royal priestess' sacred divination seance and used it to commit this most foul and despicable murder.
No, I did nothing of the sort. Nick, it's not true. I didn't.
Objection.
Cease this ugly display. Your fate is sealed now that the facts have been exposed. No, they haven't. Your Majesty, the time has come to convict this criminal who only seeks to taint this sacred hall.
Indeed, it seems this trial is over.
Hold it.
Does the defense wish to offer up yet another counter-argument or something?
The accused is not the killer. And here's why. Now what do? I've got nothing. No, that's not true.
It appears the defense has run out of arguments to make.
I thought for sure that the rebel was the killer. The only person with a possible motive, the one dressed as Lady Kira, has vanished. And I've got nothing to use against Prosecutor Sadmati's argument. Damn it. I can't lose now, not like this.
Very well then, I shall now render my verdict.
Wait. Please wait. I'm begging you. It is time to let it go and move on. Wait.
The trial need not be drawn out any longer. The defense has failed to counter the charge filed by the prosecution. In accordance with the law, I invoke the Defense Culpability Act against the defense. Now then, this court finds the accused, Maya Fey, and the defense, Phoenix Wright.
Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I'd like to present more evidence. Your Majesty, please forgive the interruption, but...
What is the meaning of this?
A body has been found. In the Plaza of Devotion, Your Majesty. What's this? A body? What happened now? We found this sticking out of the victim. Ho 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 ho!
Why, that's Lady Kira's warband dagger.
Lady Kira, she's come to defeat the rebels.
Peace.
Well, it would seem the dagger that was once lost has now been found. I have one more thing to report, Prosecutor Sadmati. Yes. This dagger. It bears the fingerprints of Maya Fey on it. What? But, why would Maya's prints be on it? I cannot believe it, yet it must be true.
Is something the matter, Prosecutor Sadmati?
This trial's run its course, and the accused's guilt has been firmly established. However, it would seem the defense was right about one thing. I was? You claimed that the murder at the inner sanctum had been carried out by the rebel hunter masquerading as Lady Kira. You did say something to that effect, but what of it?
Prosecutor Sadmati, are you suggesting what I think you are?
I believe the true identity of the rebel hunter who has been masquerading as Lady Kira is none other than the accused, Miss Maya Fey. What? Me?
What?
I realize how shocking this must seem. Looking back, however, I now realize there was much that pointed to this fact. The rebel hunting Lady Kira was first sighted about 2 years ago, and the accused first came to our kingdom 2 years ago as well.
That's why the timing matches perfectly.
But there is more. That warning letter was found in the High Priest's bedroom 3 days before the rite, despite his house being locked up tight that night.
Objection!
How does that prove anything? It is difficult to believe an intruder could have found a way to enter such a secure house. However, the accused was known to come and go freely there, mainly to prepare for the purification rite. Maybe he was an important figure with a ton of duties, including training acolytes. He was really kind even to a foreigner like me. He even invited me over to his house whenever I was between training sessions. Okay, that doesn't help. The accused could have easily left the house unlocked for herself without anyone noticing. No. Lady Kira's warning updated. Only someone capable of entering the priest could have No. If we assume that the accused was Lady Kira, that more than establishes her motive for killing the High Priest.
Yes, the victim was secretly an insurgent, bent on helping That's a rebel escape after all.
Precisely, that made him a target of Lady Kira's wrath. And after killing the High Priest, she then unleashed her divine justice on another rebel. So it seems the scope of this case is expanded. We now have 2 murders perpetrated by Miss Maya Fey masquerading as Lady Kira. This isn't going very well.
If Miss Fey is indeed a serial killer, it would affect the severity of her punishment.
Would it? I thought we were dead anyway.
In light of this, I believe the second murderer must be investigated before we can proceed.
As you wish, Your Majesty. Maya Fey, I hereby charge you with this second murder. May your defiled soul feel the weight of your sins. A new murder charge on top of a guilty verdict?
Seems the defense would live to see one more day.
Talk about hanging on by a thread. Come tomorrow, a far more terrible punishment awaits you.
I hereby suspend these proceedings so that the second murder may be investigated. Until the conclusion of the new investigation, this court is adjourned.
That went well. But we lived. So there's that. Alright, that seemed like a good place to call it an episode. We'll pick this up in the next one. Alright, that's gonna be tough to overturn. But man, I just feel like there's so much evidence we didn't even touch. But I'm assuming we'll get to that. As always, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.